Ethan Hunt is back to globetrot for another MacGuffin, and everyone's back to lend a hand, along with some fresh new blood. He's going rogue, again, to stop Skynet from assassinating TikTok users or something. Get ready to be entertained without being force-fed Hollywood politics in Mission Impossible Part 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Hello there, you loose units, and welcome back to another episode of Spicy Boy Reviews. I'm, of course, your host, Andrew Iles. That's right, the 7th installment of the Mission Impossible franchise here, directed yet again by, not Hannah Gatsby, Christopher McQuarrie. He's returning after the previous 2 installments in the franchise. We open the film on some exposition dumping, where we hear that a Russian submarine has locked away some sort of MacGuffin with 2 pieces of a Christ key. And what this thing locks away, this big world-ending thing, let's find out. But alas, the submarine comes under attack by itself. Stop hitting yourself, submarine. Stop hitting yourself. The Russian sub is duped into attacking itself, and it sinks further to the bottom of the ocean. Too soon? Kittredge then rocks up back, returning after the first Mission Impossible back in 1996. And he gives us some more exposition dump. And this is where we find out what the crucifix key actually unlocks. It just so happens that it's AI that has become super self-aware. It sees humanity as a threat and creates an algorithm and sees every possible outcome, becoming the perfect assassin. And of course, it wants to take over the world. This sounds familiar. It seems that some shady government created this AI as the perfect assassin, getting into places that human bodies can't. And why not put their faith into AI, which of course could only go well? But of course the government never saw The Terminator, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Westworld, Avengers: Age of Ultron, I, Robot, and The Matrix and thought, what could go wrong? But some motherfuckers always try and ice skate uphill. But of course it's up to rogue agent Ethan Hunt to get his roguish team back together to do roguish spy shit and get his hands on the 2 halves of the crucifix key in the roguest way possible. He of course bumps into Rebecca Ferguson on the set of Dune 2, along with bumping into Peggy Carter, who is an incredibly talented thief who is trying to run away and erase her past. This sounds familiar. She brings all kind of sexual chemistry to the table and a bit of playfulness, and Ethan sees the potential in her assets. But all is not well because the American government are hot on Ethan's heels and the team because they're sick of his roguish ways, because they're having none of it. Also on his heels is the new bad guy, Gabriel. He finished his time tormenting the Bird family in the Missouri Ozarks, and now he wants to start tormenting Ethan. Turns out Ethan and Gabriel have a dark past. And it all started before Ethan even joined the IMF. What is their past? Like and subscribe for part 2. Then we get a kick-ass movie that we've come to expect from the Mission Impossible franchise. Excellent stunts, twists and turns are twisting, and excellent nail-biting chases. Foot chases, car chases, motorbike chases, all of the chases that you can run from. This is pure espionage action film goodness. The Mission Impossible franchise, especially the last few, have been way better than anything that James Bond has brought to the table. I will say modern Bond. Mission Impossible, yes, does follow a formula, pretty much all the movies do, like constantly going rogue, or the ticking time bomb trope, and all of them have that to some degree. But there's nothing wrong with formula if it works, as long as you just sort of spice it up a little bit with every installment. And the Bond franchise had a formula for many years. But then these modern Bond films, we got a deconstructed Bond for a modern audience. Whereas all those Bond fans wanted, the people who have been buying tickets for decades, they just wanted the formula again. They wanted to see Bond being Bond. And Tom Cruise is very well aware of this. He gives us what we kind of expect, jazzed up in a little way here, and he just wants to entertain us. Give the people what they want! Hayley Atwell is a very welcomed newcomer to this franchise. She deserves bigger roles. I'm surprised she hasn't sort of popped up in bigger films besides sort of the Captain America movies. I always wondered why she wasn't sort of a bigger star. She holds her own here on screen with the gang and Tom Cruise. She's her own kind of badass. She's very sneaky, incredibly charming, without becoming overbearing or going full-blown third-wave femo on the boys. How refreshing. Tom Cruise just wants to entertain, and yet he's done it again. The film is a little bit long in the tooth though, with 2 hours and 45 minutes, but honestly, I never got bored. I was engaged from start to finish. I walked out of the cinema with a huge smile on my face. This film delivered exactly what I was after. It's top-tier spy action adventure thriller. It gives us incredible action, great fun characters, subtle quirky moments that do provoke a chuckle. It's super cinematic, of course, it looks phenomenal on screen. And there's the right amount of twists, and at times, as expected, gets super tense. I'm very excited to see the follow-up to this film, Dead Reckoning Part 2. But yeah, guys, I really love this film. I was excited to see it. The marketing got me all pumped up. And yeah, it delivered. It was good fun. Anyway, guys, that's my cheeky review of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Write down if you've seen it, if you're excited about it, and what is your favourite installment in the Mission Impossible franchise. And of course, if you made it this far into the episode, please give me a thumbs up because your love and support keeps me going, because I just love movies, and I assume you do as well. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe icon because I give out an episode weekly, and I'll see you back here next week for the next review, and until then, stay spooky, kids.